I want to talk about this saga. I want to talk about the Black Vikings, but just to put this in perspective, maybe I should tell people how I know you.
Okay.
And so we were both training at the Virgin Gym here right at Moorgate.
Yeah.
And you know, when I go to train, like when you go to train, I go in to just take care of business, right? I try to work hard. I try to stay focused. And to be honest, there's not a lot of people in gyms these days that do that.
Yeah.
And so I remember one day I caught this dude out in my corner of my eye, and it was you. And you just looked really focused. You were doing some crazy gangster shit. You were like, I don't know what you were doing, but you were doing like, I don't know if it was like this thing with a squat bar where you pick up and thrust around. And you were doing this, and I clocked you, and I was like, all right, this guy's something different. There's something going on here. And I don't know if I said hi to you or not that day, but I kind of made a mental note.
Okay.
And then the next time I saw you, you were doing some other kind of gangster stuff against a heavy bag. And then I blinked my eyes and I looked over, and you literally had a battle axe in one hand and a metal shield, like seriously, in the middle of a Virgin Gym. And I just literally laughed to myself, and I'm like, I gotta go talk to this dude. So I walked over and I was like, all right, what are you doing? Because, you know, this looks like a guy I gotta get to know, because you were doing some hardcore stuff. And from there, I found out a little bit about the Black Vikings, about what you do. And you're like, hey, Bron, I'm doing this saga coming up. I'm trying to raise money for my gym because I want to keep it open. It's a great place for the community. And I was like, cool, man, tell me about it. And I was like, wow, that sounds really hardcore. And you're like, I've done these things before. And so that's how I got to know you. And then I remember you went and did the saga. I watched it on Instagram Live. And then all of this other crazy stuff happened. I visited you in the hospital, and I thought it would be great to have you here and tell the story. So for people that don't know much of the background, maybe we just start with the saga itself. So this is about 2 months ago.
Yep.
The day before Good Friday,
Yeah.
you decide that you want to do this Crucifixion Saga. Why do this?
I mean, the Death March, like all sagas, consists of 3 attempts. The first attempt, you know, you're trying to better yourself with each one, really pushing the envelope before, you know, your limit.
Okay, so a saga is created to push yourself physically.
But to find it. But the thing is, the nature of people, no matter how hard you want to push in the beginning, you're always going to be cautious, you know? So I know that. So with my first Death March consisted of a 40-kilo sandbag. Did that in 2.5 hours. I was able to train 2 days after. That was no way near my limit.
And so you carried a 40-kilo sandbag, again, through London?
Yeah, through London.
How long?
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day?
Yeah, 7.2 miles.
Do you like these biblical holidays?
I don't know, it's just, I like Christmas Day because I thought to myself, I like the idea that everybody's at home, you know, stuffing their mouths with food, relaxing, and no, I'm out there training, you know, like I like that notion, you know, it's the same reason I've been able to put up with so much in my life, you know, living with no electricity, you know, eating every other day, because most people would collapse at thinking things like that, but what I liked is that I knew nobody would be able to put up with it. And I was dealing with it with a smile on my face, still training just as hard as everyone else. But I liked that, and that pushed me. And I kind of made it like, I don't know, kind of like a novel in my head, you know, a story in which I'm the hero and I'm struggling, and this is beautiful. The struggle is beautiful as long as you're aiming, you know, to come out of it, you know. So I had to add meaning to my suffering.
Okay.
Otherwise you suffer meaninglessly.
And so Christmas Day last year.
Christmas Day last year, 40-kilo sandbag.
40-kilo sandbag, you walking through London.
Yeah.
What did people think of that?
To be honest, we did it, that time I had my brother-in-law with me, and we did it at, I think it was like 7 in the morning, when it was dark, you know, and generally it was raining, it was a horrible day, but people were shocked, you know, like nobody really stopped us. Then last Christmas I went, it was a 60-kilo sandbag, and that I did alone, and that was hard. That was very, very hard.
Okay.
You know, but I did it in 3.5 hours. So I came back and I was like, you know, euphoric. You know, I was so happy that I did it. You know, I didn't give up. My hands were in bits, like, but I was so happy, and I was like, I almost wanted to do it again. You know, like you were saying, I wanted to do it, try it more. I was like, this isn't the limit. So, but then the whole time that I'm doing this, I'm revisiting. I'm doing other sagas as well. So it doesn't follow a specific order. It's whatever is available to me. Some I can do quite quickly, quite easily. Some, for example, require me to leave the country. So those ones I kind of held back a little bit.